Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode here on the Fallen Kingdom server, brought to you by our sponsor, the Fallen Kingdom server. It's a pretty cool place to be, you know, where you can build a kingdom, and then you put out the towers and all that swick stuff, and then you defend and hopefully win and do cool things, and you win, you get lots of gold. And people can't defeat you. And then you get, oh, heck yeah, the level 4 archer. It's done. Right, because we upgraded that at the end of last episode. Oh, we got to check out that boy over there. But yeah, check it out. Play on it. Minecraft Java 1.14 and higher. Hopefully we'll see you on here. And then also check out, if you're interested in just a server outside of this, just to play some vanilla Minecraft with your friends, maybe some maps, some mod packs, check out MC Pro Hosting. Links in the description of the stream or the YouTube video. And if you go through those links, you'll get 25% off your first month of server hosting. And you can play and have very good time. It's very nice indeed.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Disney World lost against us, dude. Disney World has a very nice kingdom.
They couldn't.
Oh no, we lost against Disney World. Sorry. I always get it all mixed up. Okay, Disney World beat us. Naboo Kingdom lost against us though. Apis Vulpes also lost against us, and Vale lost against us. Isn't Vale pretty good? I thought Vale was pretty good. So Disney World is the only one Disney World's the only one that destroyed us. Yeah, interesting indeed. Well then. Are we just us two today?
As far as I'm aware, I know that Troy is feeling under the weather, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's not around. Yeah.
Bummer, dude. Well, I wonder if today is just going to be a resource grindy day, because looking at our resource counts, we are quite low in the slime ball and venomous extract department, as well as the spider eyes to an extent. Also, our bones have been utilized quite a bit. Did anything else get changed? I check the Fallen Kingdom news for Strem.
The change log.
Archer 4 tower complete. Archer 1 upgraded 2 at Barricade 3. Oh, Troy has been doing some raidy poos. Let's check this out. 1 to 2 Barricade 3, and B1 upgraded to B2 at Barricade 3. What am I doing? I'm going to Barricade 2. Ah, I see. Very swick. Okay. Cool. And proposed upgrades, B3 to 4. B2 to 3, or Creeper Mortar 1 to 2. 160 raid points. That's crazy.
Do we still have a B2?
Yes, we have B2 over here.
At the castle, the third one?
Yeah, final barricade.
Well, that wouldn't be bad to swap around.
Although, no. These are upgrades. These aren't swaps.
Yeah. No, I mean, to change, to upgrade. Just vernacular. Not that we have that many defenses there, but, you know.
Let's see. Regarding upgrading and long-term planning for Castle 3, I think upgrading newly unlocked troops will take the highest priority early in Castle 3 so we can remain competitive offensively. So while we are still in Castle 2, I think we should work on the defenses and things that will still be meaningful to Castle 3. Okay. That's what Troy was saying.
Yeah. It makes sense in that, like, that's perfect strategy. It just also doesn't mean anything to me because I don't know what we know we are going to need for Castle 3.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Castle 3 is a bit of an unknown quantity at this particular moment. Interesting. I thought our improved defenses would buy us a lot more time before we started losing consistently again, but we're back at it, losing every 8 hours. I assume Troy means that we're getting raided and losing every 8 hours, but our raid logs actually seem good. Disney World's the only one that was able to do anything to us.
Maybe he saw something we didn't.
Maybe, unless he's referring to something else. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, you're right. I do need to queue up another sword. That's for sure. Okay, I guess
I queued up 2 swords.
Oh, okay, cool.
So.
Troy is here.
Would be good. Hello, Troy is here.
He's decided to pop in. Okay, what mine are you in?
I am in 4 right now.
All right, I'm gonna go 3.
Okay.
Actually, I'm really gonna. You know what? No, I really need to bring a new sword in before I do this.
My sword's just about done, so I'm gonna have to pop out. But there should be a sword in Jerry.
All right, I'm gonna just queue up a couple more. I guess we need to mine some gold and mostly gold in 4. Gold sword is 4.
All right, I can get gold. No problem.
Get gold scrub.
Listen, if there's one thing I won't ever do, it's get good.
I say get gold.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday, I had someone ask me, how it is that we met, and I don't think they were prepared for the answer I gave them. I'm not very good at being concise, because it's to me it's an interesting story of how it all went down anyway. But it was like 20 minutes later, telling them the history of Mayanite and where everything was and the subreddit and stuff. Like eventually they were like, "So through one of a series, got it." I was like, "Yeah."
Wasn't I discussing this with you specifically? How I got this long-winded explanation thing from my mom?
I don't think so. Oh,
really?
Yeah. No, I remember that. Well, see, but the difference is I make it interesting, right? So it was
debatable in this case. It sounds like.
No, they actually were like they appreciated the long answer, but yeah, no, that's all right. You did mention that, and I suppose I am at fault or however it is you want to describe it. That I definitely gave them the long answer yesterday when they asked, but. But I told them I was pretty sure you've forgotten how to play craps by now.
Oh yeah, I've definitely totally forgotten how to play craps. I just know that ideally rolling a 7 is pretty cool if you want to make friends with people.
If you're starting, yes, rolling a 7 is bad if the game is in the middle. 7 is how you
right.
7 wins at the start of the game, or it loses if the game is past the starting point.
Right. Exactly. Anyway, pass, not pass, something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally remember how craps works.
Totally remember how the pass line, putting down your odds. Yep, 100%. I don't know when I'll be back at Vegas, but I'm hopeful it's not too much longer.
Maybe before the complete end of the year, potentially.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have to look for places to move there because I'm scared of California earthquakes now that my power went out for 3 days from a single car.
From a single car, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, it's like, kind of fraidy cat. On the other hand, like, I get it,
I feel like it's a legitimate worry now, though, because, like, in a magnitude 7 earthquake, it's like cars hitting everything. So, yeah, I think it's valid. Vegas doesn't really do natural disasters, so,
I mean, the heat is a natural disaster.
But you can plan for that, right?
My biggest problem with Vegas, because I kind of love the town. Like I really do. I enjoy being in Vegas and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, that's as a tourist, of course, which is very different than being local there. But the thing that I can't ever get over about Vegas is just that it's pure like hubris.
Of course, it is 100% man-made, and there should not be a city there.
Yeah, there should not be. We should not have civilized there, except for us saying, "Haha, we're going to do it anyway." And so it's like that's a little problematic.
Sure, it is weird to be in a place that is sustained entirely on unnatural things, and everything has to be brought in from elsewhere. But hey, all of Southern California's water has to be brought in from elsewhere too.
But doesn't that isn't that kind of against or antithema to your point though, where you're like, I want to go somewhere where a disaster isn't going to wreck it, and the reality is like if there was a bigger disaster, then Vegas is entirely dependent on all this infrastructure that has you worried about. So it is like inherently vulnerable that way. It's not self-sufficient.
But what is said disaster, and what is the probability of it?
I do not have those statistics in front of me at the time.
So the only thing I can possibly think of is a man-made caused disaster via like enemy invasion, and they pick Vegas.
Well, no, but I mean, it's like if there was a, what if we had an extreme drought, just almost, like a huge extreme drought, but that lasts multiple years. Like Vegas, where's it gonna get water? How's it gonna do that way?
I'm pretty sure that's just as likely to impact California, but then California has the earthquake issue.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying that they might not have natural disasters, but a vulnerable city to disaster is my thought.
I suppose so. But okay, let's pick other areas. Throw some other possible locations at me.
Well, I mean, frankly, I don't think there is one. Like you're neurotic enough that there's nowhere that you're gonna be like, oh, I'm safe here, because there's always something going on. Like, I haven't heard anything really going down in Delaware lately, but yeah.
Yeah, but you get hurricanes there. Like, I guess the very tail end as they've tapered off up the coast.
Yeah.
But you get snow in Delaware, don't you? See, my criteria is no snow.
Your criteria is no snow?
Yeah.
Okay. No snow, no hurricanes. So you're looking for...
Exactly, Vegas. Vegas is like the place.
Yeah. You're off to Vegas you go. I guess, you could do like Phoenix, which Phoenix is somewhat similar to Vegas, and it's
I guess, but even hotter, I think.
Yeah, so the thing about Phoenix to me is, like you said, it's even hotter. I went there. One of my good friends got married there, and because he's mean to me, he got married at the end of, I think it was the end of August.
Oh my God.
And it was like Phoenix outdoor, and I remember
it was outdoors too?
Yeah.
Why would he do this?
It was a whole thing. But it was a great wedding. Like, I actually really, really enjoyed it. But so I had I thought it was just a hotel room. Turns out I accidentally booked a villa, which, very reasonable rate for a villa. But so I'm at this hotel or villa thing, and it's got a pool, and not only do they have a pool, but they have like misters around and stuff.
Oh, nice,
so you've got the mist going on, And I go out and I'm in my swim trunks and a very, very, very light, thin t-shirt. And I'm sitting at a table underneath misters. The misters are actively hitting me, and it's a shaded area. I'm in the shade. I'm being misted actively, and I'm in around the pool, which is just naturally cooler because it kind of has that cooling. Water cools the air around it. And it was still so hot, I got up and went back inside. Like, I was just, like, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I am not even in the sun, and this is too damn hot to exist. Like, no.
Every time I think of Phoenix, I just think of the King of the Hill clip.
I do not know the King of the Hill clip.
Oh, there's a notable King of the Hill clip about Phoenix and it being a monument to man's arrogance.
Yeah, but I don't think that. Phoenix,
Vegas isn't too different from that, but they just happen to be arriving in Phoenix and King of the Hill. Because I feel like you're less excited to arrive in Phoenix than you are Vegas.
Honestly, like, if it were me and if I had I'm not really worried about budget sort of thing, then San Diego is probably where I would head.
San Diego is still well within the earthquake zone.
I understand this, but...
If the goal is to avoid earthquake because you think the infrastructure is no bueno, then...
Yeah, but you're like, what, 22, 23, something like that? You've lived 20-some-odd years.
Did you just say I'm 22, 23?
Whatever. You're a whippersnapper, okay? But you lived there all your life, and you've never really, you've been through earthquakes, and, so you had one car take out a pole, and it was a problem. Now you're like, flee the state! Like, come on, man.
I have been through one big earthquake in 1994. There has been no such big earthquake since 1994.
Right. So my point is you've been there pretty much your entire life, which, your very short life, admittedly, but your entire life, and you haven't had a problem. But now, because this car hit a pole, you're like, well, I'm doomed. I gotta leave.
Well, that's the problem, is the infrastructure is now 25 years older than it was in 1994. 27 years older than it was in 1994. It's aged 27 more years.
Yeah, but you don't have the actual education to know that that one incident that you encountered just recently is truly indicative of how it would be through the entire valley or even state. Like maybe it was just this one poorly designed intersection with this one overly dependent pole, but everywhere else is fine. Like, you don't know.
That seems unlikely. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not saying
my street had to go through a 1 year and counting, it's still going, water main overhaul because every 2 weeks there would be water cascading down the street at various broken spots. Not just one problem spot. It would be just a different spot every 2 weeks that water is erupting out of the road, causing the road to bubble and crack, which they still haven't repaved, and I bet they still don't do after they're done fixing this thing. Okay, this is not the only example.
These are all city municipal issues, and you're applying that to an entire region, if not state, by saying that you think, like San Diego, like, that's
maybe
the sort of
San
thing.
Diego has better infrastructure. I just don't quite trust it.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that you're making a lot of there. While I recognize that you have an example of something going wrong, you're also applying that to a much bigger scope than what you actually have data to work with.
Sure, this is anecdotal, but I would bet you if you read up on California's disaster preparedness, it's got pretty abysmal ratings.
I mean, fair. I will tell you, it is not in my list of things to do to go and read up on California's emergency preparedness. So I am unfamiliar with how well the state is prepared for situations. But I'm just saying there's a point where it becomes an overreaction.
I don't.
But if you
I
wanna
don't
get out,
think
then
that's
get out,
necessarily the case. I would certainly prefer to be here, but it's like it really feels like a ticking time bomb at this point, and that it's going to be. Sure, there's ways to take a half measure, which would be probably just to move to a different location than where I am, to more of an urban centralized area that has less of a chance of being severely impacted by a single point of failure. And that would be the half measure. But I still
seems
think
like a reasonable full measure to me, but okay.
But I still think you get wrecked in an earthquake,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like I can't argue, but I also just can't get behind the paranoia. Like there's problems everywhere. Everywhere you trade one problem for another. Obviously, some areas are going to be more volatile than others, but ultimately, like I don't think just discounting like drought and famine and no food production and stuff and saying, yeah, but I mean, that's heat and that's fine. But oh my God, what about an earthquake? Like that seems a little.
But does
dismissive
Vegas
to me.
have more of a history of having drought problems versus Southern California?
I have no idea. I could not tell you. Like, I also don't know how Montana's been faring lately because I don't live there.
Sure, but Montana
I'm
is
just
very
saying-
snowy, which is why we're not considering that under our thing.
But my point being is areas that I'm not in, I don't claim to be an expert of. But it seems like you've developed a phobia of one disaster, and so you're looking at others as if they're lesser. Where I don't know if that's factually correct.
I don't think that's terribly inaccurate. If you have something to showcase that Vegas specifically is dangerous for other reasons, I am all ears. I would like to be aware of these sorts of things if somehow I was ever going to move somewhere else, And everyone's saying move to Texas. Yeah, maybe I would have said that prior to this winter.
Yeah.
That's not
listen,
one.
Guys, you need to understand, he's scared of everything. So we need to find some place that's just so boring that it never snows, nothing ever happens. It's just fine.
Once in 100-year storm is going to become a lot more frequent, you guys.
Does it snow much in like Portland in the upper northwest? Like I know that it's,
No, I think it's more
can.
rainy. More rainy.
But it's rainy.
But no, you have the Cascadia subduction zone there. That's even worse.
Oh, yeah. Portland's gonna go down to one of the Cascades and stuff. It's horrible. Volcanoes.
What? The Cascadia subduction zone is a legit thing.
Yeah. No, it's definitely accounted for almost like 12 deaths in the last 40 years.
What? No, obviously it hasn't like happened recently, but that thing can go way bigger than San Andreas.
Right.
That thing can go. That's like the potential for the largest earthquakes. Period.
I choose to live my
is
life.
gone.
You choose to fear it, and it's just two different approaches. And I'm not saying one's right. I'm just saying one's wrong. So it's whatever.
Okie dokie. I have
Okie
acquired a
dokie.
bit of gold. I will smelt
Good.
this.
I also found like quite a bit of gold in the furnaces already that were there.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, and I threw what I had in there and got it cooking up and stuff. So it did look like we were actually. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong, but it looked like we were kind of low on coal.
Here's the thing. The most realistic thing is I talk about all this and then I never
Then you never
actually
move.
do
Yeah,
anything about it.
Yeah, sure.
But hypothetically, Vegas seems pretty disaster free. Plus, you get the same benefit that you would have out of Texas, which is no state income tax. Plus, you get like hills and good driving roads. So Vegas actually has places where you can drive, and it doesn't snow, and it's close to a speedway, which you could say for Austin. Austin has COTA, but also Vegas doesn't get the snow that destroys it. So, yeah, that's my cost benefit on Vegas.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a atlas here to reference and find more geologically stable areas for you to go that meet your criteria of never having snow or whatever.
That's why it's down to either it's Vegas or it's Vegas.
He doesn't even have another option. It's the only place.
It really is
Vegas.
when you think about it. It is kind of the only place with. It would have been Texas until recently, but Texas. Well, now it's got a snow problem. I guess that's true. You could do somewhere in New Mexico. Arizona,
I watched a
Nevada, New
documentary.
Mexico.
Apparently, they have like a meth problem there.
Oh yeah, documentary, a multi-season documentary.
Yeah, I mean they went pretty in depth to it. They followed one guy around.
Okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Was it well produced?
It was all right.
Actually, I do know someone. I know a big car dude who is near Albuquerque. So, I have one person I know there.
See? You've got an anchor.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, he has offered to, he's like, yo, you come out here, drive whatever. So, I can tour the place maybe that way.
Yeah, give it a shot. Maybe you fall in love with the area. You don't know. Like,
maybe.
Don't be so close. Don't. Like, I'm just saying, there's more to it than how it looks on paper.
Does Albuquerque have hills? Is there? Well, I guess he'd be the person to ask about driving roads in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Given that I do not know Albuquerque's local geology, I cannot answer this to any effect.
You should though. Can you do this research for me?
You know that if you move to Vegas, then it's gonna get like blown over with some like ginormous sandstorm like a year later. Like something is gonna happen. The Hoover Dam breaks. Everything's bad. Again, it's like getting into Dogecoin right now. That you try it now, you will guarantee that it will turn around on you. Like it's just
I will bring natural disaster to
Vegas. Yeah.
I'm going to single-handedly crush the casino industry. They will point to me in future documentaries.
Like, this is what happened. Yeah.
It all went south when he moved here.
Yeah. The history of Vegas and the third chapter, or the third video in the 3-part series will be all about, and then Jordan moved.
Somehow I destroyed an industry that seemed impossible to destroy because it just prints money.
I mean, you say that, but like casinos, it's a tough business. Like on the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, like much more no. It's a difficult
How's that?
business. Like, I mean, they go in and out of business, business all the time. Like
the strip casinos.
Yeah, they're always being torn down. New ones coming on and stuff. Like,
really?
Yes. I mean, like it depends on what you consider always, but I would say it's still pretty risky stuff. Like, you can be the hot spot one year, and then the next casino builds, and now you're just the Tropicana, and then you languish there for a decade before finally someone comes in and buys it for pennies on the dollar and then bulldozes it and builds the next resort. Like, it's you have to be pretty set up pretty well to maintain your spot as a destination, or else you fall behind pretty quick.
I don't know, MGM and Las Vegas Sands, they seem to have it pretty down. I'm sure the Crown did a number, but
Sands
outside
got
of a
torn
global,
down.
no, Las Vegas Sands is a company. It's a holding
Yes.
company that operates many casinos. It's a brand like MGM.
But the Sands Casino that they had got shut down because it couldn't be successful.
I believe they operate others, even if they
Yes.
don't own their namesake.
I'm still saying that there's an implied volatility there.
Sure. Do you use
So-
that because you were just studying options?
What? No, what? Implied volatility? No,
Yes.
I used that because that seemed like the appropriate way to phrase the idea that I was trying to convey.
No, okay. You just IV is a big thing for options, so I didn't know if you just had IV on the mind.
Nope, not really.
Okay. Well, anywho,
Is IV implicit volatility?
implied volatility,
Or
yes.
implied? Okay. See, I didn't even know that.
Oh, you need to know IV with options, man.
Look, I look at them and I'm like, hey, they seem to be something, so I'll try this, and then I lose money and off we
Okay.
go.
They seem
It's
to be
I
something.
have they seem to be something. Well, I mean, I have like my staples, but then it's like I'll find and I've actually done okay, but it's like, you know, Robinhood shows you like these were the big losers of the day, and it's like you find this company that's like 27% down, and you're like, I mean, how much further can they fall? And you throw a little bit of money there, and then usually it's like they bounce back a little bit because they had a horrible day, they're down low, and then it's like they kind of stabilize out. Not always.
Sure.
It's not, you know, it's not printing money, but it's, you know,
If you look at any
done
energy
okay.
stocks, if you look at any energy stocks over the last 3 months or so, you'll find that you think that, but then it keeps dipping. You're like, oh, that's the dip, and then it just keeps going.
I understand, and that's why I say that it is not a guarantee. But like, you know, I've got 100 shares in some biomedical company that had a bad review, and you know, maybe they'll turn it around. I don't know, but
Sure.
it wasn't outrageous to say, well, maybe they go up a couple pennies and I can make a couple pennies. You know.
Oh, so you were not doing options on this? You were just buying the
No,
shares?
I haven't done options at all. This is all. Just
Oh,
share stuff.
okay, I gotcha.
Option stuff is stuff that I've just barely kind of been like literally within the last couple days started really figuring out how, and you know that. I mean, it gets a little or it's easy to get confusing until you like lay it out that it's like you're paying to buy a contract that gives you the option but not the obligation to purchase a stock at a set price within a certain date, and you're like, wait, what
Yeah,
does this mean?
it almost doesn't really. Even those technicals, I don't know. I don't really think about them much at this point because you never, rarely. I shouldn't say never,
Yeah.
but rarely do you actually end up exercising.
Right. Well, I mean, and that's kind of that's kind of the thing. Is like 60% end up just being let expired, you know, which is why people sell them or buy them, however the case may be. But you know, at some point you hit that like, oh, this was a good call, and you know, like I don't think there's options available, but I would probably be like, you know, if I could find it, I'd buy the Dogecoin option, you know, get a
Oh,
put
you
on that
yes.
so that
You would have
that
mad
it's going to-
leverage.
that it's going to dip down pretty quick.
Oh,
I have
you
no
buy
faith
puts on
there.
Dogecoin?
I'd buy a put on Dogecoin right now. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. What goes up most likely will come down. But
Yeah, but then
You never
then you
know.
have Bitcoin and stuff. So
I mean, even Bitcoin like tanked, but then it went back up again.
Sure.
But you know,
you just never know if you're going to time the tanking. That's so the reason
Right.
why options are so difficult is because in order to be successful at options, you have to time the market, and everyone says you can't time the market. Time in the market is better than timing the market, and that's why
Yes.
when the options plays work, they work really well, but they don't always. And you have a better shot if you want to be the casino. You're the one selling the puts and the calls, and selling calls, covered calls at least, is guaranteed money. You just potentially miss out on gains. So if you want to be the casino and guarantee that you are making money, sell covered calls.
all right, I'll do that. I'll sign up. We'll get the covered calls market cornered.
I mean, well, that's the thing is, anytime if you're buying a call, someone had to write that. So
Yeah, no, that's like one of my bigger like confusions is like, okay, so I get that this contract exists and I get what this says, but who gets to decide like what the premium on it is? Like, who's the one making that choice? And
So
I guess it's
I
like the
don't
shareholders?
know. So I don't know when it comes to. I think it's just market makers. That initially, when a company is listed and options become available for it, I think it has to be particular entities that kind of start off the prices. But then beyond that, it's an ever evolving thing based on the first prices that were set for it.
Also, level 3 is far more dangerous than level 4.
You think?
The pigmen, man. Oh, the pigmen.
Well, no, you just don't carry gold.
I mean, isn't everything I have gold, basically?
Well, no, you just don't.
They
like,
literally
don't
just got
mind
mad
the
at me
gold.
because I stabbed one of the cave stalkers. Like, I didn't do anything to piss them off. I don't
Maybe
have
you
any gold
had
on
some
me.
splash damage because I have not had the pigs get mad at me at all.
No, they weren't even close.
I don't know.
It's-
Did you
I think
happen to
it's-
have gold from Mines 4 in your inventory?
I just checked. No, I do have the gold sword. Does that count?
No. So I don't
Okay,
know.
then I think they get mad at everybody when anybody aggroes them.
No, it didn't happen either. I don't know. Maybe they just like you or don't like you, I should say.
You know what? It's very possible that they just don't like me. Like, that is the most reasonable explanation.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But as such, it means that
Zine, you AoE'd them.
I did have gold in my inventory. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. This man's getting mad at the expected behavior.
It just was in a spot where I wasn't looking. Okay? It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Uh-huh.
But apparently chat really wants us to do a podcast together though. They're just enjoying the back and forth and stuff. Which,
Yeah, they
you
want
know,
a stunk cast.
I enjoy some banter and some stonk casts, and you know, you're Jordan is paranoid about the world casts.
Yeah, we can evaluate the benefits and negatives of Las Vegas.
Today we'll just pick a random city every week and just, you know, discuss the pros and cons of it.
Basically, seems to be the thing to do. When I mentioned that on Twitter the other week, when I was like, maybe I should move, I couldn't tell if the responses I got to that saying move here, move here, move here, were people saying move to my hometown, or if they were people who have traveled to lots of places and determined that this particular location would be the one that they would move to. But it seemed like most people, I don't know, they're just very happy with where they live, which I guess that's good.
I mean, that makes sense.
But I guess if I were, I don't know, if someone was like, hey, where should I move to? I don't think I'd be able to answer that, because it definitely wouldn't be, yo, you should move to LA. It'd 100% not be that. But I'd be like, I don't know where you should move. I have not experienced enough of the world to be able to advise you on what a good moving location would be.
Yeah, no one's coming to the guy that doesn't leave his house on where they should live. Like, you know, you're like, it's really nice in my house. I don't know what the rest of the place is like, but in my house it's great. Like, that's about the best.
But it's not great. There's no power half the time.
There's no power half the time, right? Even in my house, it's terrible. But like, yeah, I mean, for me, I like where I live. Obviously, I've bought several homes here. I've had an opportunity that I could have, you know, gone somewhere else, and instead,
Dang,
I opted
Mr.
to
Real
stay
Estate Man out here buying several homes. One just isn't good enough. I know you mean a different time. I know you mean it. You sold one, bought the other. I was making a joke.
Trust me, I do not have multiple homes. I almost, like, I was kind of looking at when I was building this one and selling the other one, like, you know, or at least looking into moving this one, there was that, like, maybe I should, you know, just keep that one and rent it out and work, like, then buy this one and live in this one, so that way I have the one property hopefully either at the very least paying for itself, if not generating income, and then I'm gaining the equity, or it might even be a revenue turn. But then I got promoted to customer at my day job, and the banks were like, yeah, so...
Oh yeah, that'd be really
see
tough on like
we
tax
see that
returns and stuff.
You've got like self-employment, and this year is fine, but the year before that, you were about a quarter of the size that you were now. So
yeah, that'd be tough.
That's gonna be a no from us, dog. So yeah, the decision was taken from me.
Yeah, that would be that. I can see how that could be problematic.
Yeah,
that is.
it wasn't.
Yep.
It wasn't.
Yeah, you'll have to revisit that in like 2 years when you can show, hey, actually, it's okay.
See, yeah. I mean, they just take the average, like they just take the average of your last 2 years and then base and say, okay, you know, this is your proven income off your taxes for the last 2 business years for your self-employed tax. So that this is where we kind of put your risk level at. But like I said, last year was, or the one year was not half bad, and the year before that
It was like nothing, yeah.
Yeah, it was nothing. Wow, jeez. Thanks.
Well, nothing in comparison to your salaried job.
You've said what you've said. It's done.
Oh
No,
my
you're right.
God.
You are right. You are right. I'm teasing you. Yeah, it just, you know, I was still building and really, I think that was like the first year that I was partner or whatever. So, you know, really hadn't gotten established at that point. So speaking of that, have you, if I may ask, maybe I can't, I don't know, but have you trademarked or wordmarked Captain Sparkles?
Yes.
I'm talking to the lawyers about going down that route and stuff, and it's like,
Gotcha.
I know I should, but it's pricey,
Tedious.
but it's lawyers, but it's like,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
it's
tough to
and I
convince
have to do the
yourself.
renewal now, so my lawyer's like, "Hey, have you done this particular kind of product recently?" And I'm like, "No, I have not." And he's like, "Well, if you want to get the renewal, which this time will stick for the next 10 years, you might want to think about doing this kind of product before we renew so we can show that you're doing." Oh, Troy just RIP'd in front of my face. Poor guy.
Pick up his stuff and
I did.
Tell him thank you. Love the work he's doing.
Yeah, so he's like, you might want to consider doing these various things and stuff, and at least you have a year, so cool. So I need to consider doing some kind of, like, figurine over the next year. And there's one other thing. I can't remember what that was. But yes, some kind of figurine.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. My slight concern, and it's one of those, it's hard to know, like, we're not necessarily in the exact same space, but it's not, it turns out that the Ripple coin logo is very
Oh my
similar to
God.
my logo.
What?
And I saw this like 2 or 3 days ago, and I was like, oh, dang. Like,
Wow.
Even the way that it does the X, where the 2 strokes don't cross, like it's rotated 90 degrees, but it was like, that's uncomfortable. Like, I'm uncomfortable right now. Like, oh my God.
Oh, that's rough, dude.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm sure
another
that-
one that I saw, and I was like, the SEC has suspended trading, or Coinbase was like, we've suspended because of an SEC thing. And lo and behold, now over the last week, it's tripled. Makes sense.
Yeah. Wait,
Makes sense.
Or Ripple.
Ripple.
Yeah, Coinbase is tanked. Like, I thought they were gonna do decent. And it was like,
Oh, that's
no,
because
they-
it was way too high out the gate. It was referenced
Yeah,
at 250. It opened at 420 or something like that.
Right.
It was bound to just drop. I was like, I am not touching this with a 10-foot pole at 400. Good God. But anyway, yeah, no. So Ripple had some message on Coinbase because Coinbase used to trade it, and it was like, yeah, this was a couple months ago. It was like, due to SEC action, we're suspending trading on Ripple. You could do it on other platforms, obviously, which is how it's going. But then it just tripled.
You're like, wow, that's gonna tank, and then it goes up.
Yep, basically. Well, that's unfortunate that you look just like Ripple. Dang, I didn't even think about that.
Again, it's
Different
differences.
verticals, yeah. So you
Yeah,
should be. They shouldn't
and-
overlap each other.
I hope, but I need to get that said, and then I gotta do just go down the whole route of getting zine word marked and everything like that. Like, obviously you have your implicit word mark, but it's still a lot better to actually claim and own and everything like that. But again, it's just here's another business expense. Things that you don't think when you're getting into content creation is, boy, I hope to talk to trademark lawyers soon. Like, that's not really where it goes.
Yeah,
But
no, I got you.
It's part of the deal. Do you
Yeah.
Do you ever try and get like the bootleg Amazon stuff taken down, or do you not even bother?
I just it's hard to keep up with that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
And the thing is, like, usually there isn't really Captain Sparkles branded with my logo. They're usually places that are trying to rip you off. try not to be that blatant. They'll just like go for your skin and market it as generic YouTuber figure, something like
Right.
that, which means like they'll try to just if you issued a cease and desist, sure, they'd probably stop, but it's like they're trying to make it so you don't have an actual trademark infringement case against them, or it'll be like
Right.
they'll tweak a few things enough just so it's not your exact skin, or
they're skirting around it.
crappy
They're
off
trying-
brands.
Yeah,
Grocery store cereal.
right. I like in one of the things is just that there's a lot of it is automated, and it's just it's literally bots that just take stuff and have some logic to them, and they
Sure.
grab an image and slap it on a shirt, and then put your string. Because I mean, listen, like whoever I've found bootleg stuff of mine, and it's like I'm telling you, they're not making much money much return on that. So
You're right.
clearly, it better be automated, because otherwise, that was a really terrible choice on whoever decided. This guy's the guy that I'm gonna take that identity and run with it. This is the one.
I mean, I think the same for me as well. There's only a handful of people out there, I think, who really would actually do big numbers on bootleg stuff, and I don't think either of us are part of that group.
Is there a story behind your bottle cap shirt? Like what? I don't know what the
No,
bottle
that
cap
was-
references at all. Like
Nothing.
why,
That was just Maker
okay.
Studios came up with that design.
Maker Studios was like, here, have a shirt, and you were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, someone knows.
I can't even you even remembering specifically that bottle cap from years ago though is kind of funny.
I'm wearing it right now, sir.
Oh, are you actually?
I literally am.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah. This was the signed one, by the way. Not that
Oh,
that still
dang, bro.
exists.
My signature is my signature doesn't exist anymore.
That was back. Yeah, that was back when I was like still like thinking that you were like this big hot thing, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And now I know better. But
It is sad to think how far I've fallen.
how far? It's amazing how much we change when we get to know each other, right?
No, it's just amazing how far I've fallen since then.
Oh, come on! Like let me just like you've held relevance far better than many other of your peers, sir. So
Have
don't
I?
give me. I think so.
Are there many other people who have like just disappeared or fallen off?
There's plenty
I
of
don't
them that
know.
have disappeared and fallen off.
Really?
I can't think of their names because I've forgotten them. That's the thing.
That's
Like-
you have a great out there though.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, really, I think that there's I think that there's quite a few that have like at the very least they changed what they were doing and tried to pursue a different audience, and whether that worked out for them or not, like to still be relevant in the Minecraft space in the same space, it speaks volumes to your unwillingness to change and also your lovability.
I think, so some of the names that like Chad is throwing out right now it's like self-inflicted, right? In that they made a conscious decision to do something else, whether it's because they got burnt out or just wanted to change. Whereas I can't think of too many people who at no conscious decision of their own in continuing what they're known for, like don't exist anymore, right?
Well, I mean, I think there's a difference between don't exist and but like have lost there's still people that exist but are kind of I mean shadows of themselves in a way or their former selves, you know what I mean, like are much diminished. But I mean the first like Sky Does Minecraft, like I don't think
He made a conscious decision to change what he was doing though. So I think that doesn't necessarily apply. Like he decided I want to do rap and music and stuff like that.
But it does apply in that you have stayed where you are and you've maintained relevance. Like that's the point. And yes, it might have been because these other people decided to move, but that doesn't negate the point that's being made of, hey, you've stayed where you are and maintained relevance.
And some of the names that people are throwing out, I'm like, they are doing well. Chat, you're throwing out the wrong names. Just because you don't watch them,
like-
you haven't checked them in a while. They're doing good.
I haven't heard about this Jacksepticeye guy.
Yeah, I know,
right? I'm sure he's pretty much gone, isn't he? And you're like, well, actually.
Yeah, so I don't know about. So I see some of your names, chat. I guess there are a couple that I think maybe have validity, but it's few and far between. I think people who stuck to what they were doing and fell off hard as a result. So
fair enough.
Yeah. But anywho, let's see. Where am I at with stuff? Where are we at with the resources? What else? What
figurines
else?
for Fallen Kingdom. Get yourself a custom King cast, or the Herobrine cast, or Does the son have a name? The prince?
No, just the hero.
No, just the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if
Well,
you do some metal casts of those, like some custom figure, man, I'd probably pick up one of the hero because Take Back the Night is still by far the best of all the things. You know, of all of them, that's the winner right there.
You know what's
So-
actually funny though is when I was talking to the attorney, and he's like, "You should try to work on a figure." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he brings up a particular thing, and he's like, "You heard of them?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, very very familiar with that." And he's like, "Oh, maybe I'll hit him up and see what's up." And I'm like, "Oh, all right. I guess that would make it easy for making a figure." But yeah, so he does. I specifically like a lot of merchandise related stuff. So I guess that sort of helps that I was he actually I got intro to him because of my mom. And then he ended up working with a lot of companies that are sort of adjacent to like merchandising and licensing that ends up going hand in hand with YouTubers and stuff.
Right.
So yeah. All right.
It's
Well,
always-
Troy says we should do a raid. I feel like it's not worth doing a booster with the amount of time that we have
Yeah.
left. So let's see.
I
Do we
can
have any
agree with that.
troops? We do. We do have troops queued up. They are all good to go. Okie dokie.
Apparently, Troy does not care about our podcast and instead just wants to raid. And he's like, "You guys are boring the ever loving out of me."
Did he say that?
And well, no, I'm extrapolating.
Oh.
You know, I am taking his. You guys, we should do a raid and giving it context and character and flavor and really making it out so that he's the bad guy. Because
Podcast
that's-
WoW raid. That's very difficult though to focus on two things at once.
WoW raid, yeah. I mean, I was a hunter, so pretty much it was just figuring out the timing, but probably changed a little bit since last I played.
You know what's super impressive to me? Speaking of like
My age.
podcasting while raiding, no, right? Because I was like, it's going to be hard to focus on raiding and continue our podcast at the same time. Is F1 drivers?
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
are
yeah.
somehow able to just like have a casual conversation over the radio and talk back and forth while also going absolutely crazy on the track. And I'm like, bro, I cannot say a word when I am trying to do laps. I am 100% focused, and I am the only, like, I'm not racing against anyone. There's no other cars that I'm trying to pass.
I believe
and
that's called practice.
Yeah, but like I don't know how they do that. I think this one a little scary maybe. But anyway. Yeah, sure. I guess they probably prioritize speaking on straights, but still, I don't know, mate. All right, this could be
I think
doable.
that it's more just you get, as you get reach something at a point of familiarity, then it becomes second nature, and so it takes less attention and focus, and then you can reintroduce, speech into your activity list. But where you were, it's such a not necessarily unique, but such a rare and specific circumstance for you. You don't have that same level of comfort. Ergo, it takes more focus.
This is actually kind of a gnarly setup, and I am interested to see if we can make it. They have some gold, but they've got level 2 barricades, which makes me think we might have a chance. But it's actually like it's kind of a gnarly setup for level 2 barricades. They've done a Gang of China kind of situation here. It might become the Atreides strategy, and then they've got quite a few at the end.
Hmm. Oh, you started.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, we
I
got
was
a person here. We got Dolby Kids.
Dolby Kids. I have
Yep.
like no armor.
Oh.
Half my armor's broken off.
Oh, well, you don't have a helmet. It's fine. Just don't fall on your head.
Or legs.
Just don't fall on your head. All right.
Right.
Well, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall begin.
We've done this one, haven't we?
Have we? Wait, no, they're hitting the slimes. They look like they're about to try to hit the slimes. Don't let them do it.
They're attacking the witch.
No, don't let them do it. Hit him. Hit him. Take him
Go
out.
down. Go
Nice,
down.
nice, nice. Okay, good, good.
They're arrowing from afar.
I know, right? Lame. Super lame. Oh god, that witch got a little too far. Whoopsie daisies.
Nice, Troy. Way to run right through him.
Oh. Done. Nice job. Nice job. All right, here we go. Here we go.
This is interesting. Oh, they go down and do this whole circle back. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good path. It's a good path. I'll give them that.
It's kind of good. Going in. Dolby Kids wants you.
Done. I think not.
He does not get you. Protect the captain.
Ah, frick. That slime got way far back. It was not an ideal setup there. Are we at one?
Number 4's in.
Number 4?
Okay, Troy just killed him. So that's his 4th death.
Okay, so this actually could be troublesome, but
We
it's...
just lost a Spocky.
Alright, hopefully the endies will be enough here, but yeah, they don't take some damage. They just gotta... Alright, you guys are gonna need to take this barricade down super quick. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go. And there we go.
Okay, that's 5.
Alright, let's hope this is enough. Okay, we still got 3 witches. I think it'll be enough. I think it'll be enough, yeah. I didn't want us to have any chance of losing this one. I wasn't about to do some conservation out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a good strat. I feel like if they had level 4 barricades, this could honestly be a world of hurt.
This would be rough, yeah.
A double loop around, though. The double loop around is solid strats.
The bloop. They only have a
Debloop.
level 1 barrack. They only have a level 1 barricade
Oh,
here. Ow!
okay.
That path is one of the strongest in C2.
Mmm. Wow, getting the cred from Atlas Summit there, though. Is this a known path configuration?
I mean, I think ultimately all the path configurations get mostly known.
I don't know. I feel like people will always come up with other new things. As the meta changes, as troops are rebalanced, as towers are rebalanced, there will be tweaks to be made.
We won.
Got him. Got him.
Atreides is
A
fallen.
mere
Nope.
16 raid points.
Rip Paul.
Huh?
Paul Atreides. You're young. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what?
Paul Atreides is the Kwisatz Haderach or something like that. I forget how it's spelled, but
What?
Kwisatz Haderach. It's from the Dune series of books and.
Ah,
and the
I
movie.
see. Well, hey, I'll see the movie and then I'll know everything, right? That's how it works.
Dune 2 was one of the original, like, I don't know if it was the original, but was one of the original, like, really well done real-time strategy, like the 4X kind of, you know, what's with like the predecessor to your Warcraft and Starcraft and all those.
Really?
Dune 2 was it was really well done. Yep. Which is interesting because I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure it was Dune 2, but I don't know that I know of a Dune 1. So either it was just forgettable
Okay.
or else I don't even know what or else, but I thought I'm pretty sure it's Dune 2 that I'm thinking of, but
I think Troy is doing the troop queuing. Does this mean that Troy wishes to do another raid? Is that what Troy wishes for?
He's like, I have you guys on. I want my RP.
But we're not getting that many because no boost. I wonder if he's sad that I'm not using the booster. I just re-racked the troops. Okay. Troy, do you wish to do one more? Zine, do you wish to do one more? Or should we should we do more resource grindy and then wait until we have booster before we do this stuff?
What about something in between?
Like 1v1ing in the 1v1 arenas?
Yeah, we could do that. I was actually going to say I'm curious to see our level 4 tower in action, and so maybe a self-raid
raid ourselves
and kind of
sure.
see. But I
think we're gonna win. We always win.
Yeah. The good part about fighting yourself is you always.
Oh,
win,
actually,
but it also means
no.
you
We
always
usually
lose.
we lose. We lose against this troop
Yes, we do.
config. I forgot. Okay, sure. Let's see if the tier 4 does anything, and then we can 1v1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds great. Let's go. Let's do it. Here we go. All right. Self-raid action. Let's go. Test raid. Never mind. We have one Jerry. I'm going to forfeit this test raid. This is not going to work very well.
Sir?
I will complete our troops. I will use gems to complete troops for simply a test raid. It's gone very well. This is very good. I've done good things here. Yep, don't mind me.
I will not mind you.
What do you think I should get for dinner?
I ended up. Okay. I have a mini rant here. Just you
boy.
have unlocked. I do not know what or why or what the reason is, but I opened up Grubhub because I was like, I started to stream early today. and I was
Whoa,
like, oh, and
you were not going to make your own food tonight?
not tonight because, as I was saying, I started up stream early today and was going to stream straight to doing this, and so I wasn't gonna have time to like stop and make dinner, and so I'm looking at Grubhub and I'm like, what do I want? And it was like, do you want some of your past orders? And it brought up Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was like, wings sounds good. Let's do that. You know, wings. Why not? And so I tell it to reorder, and it says some of your items aren't available. You know, reselect them or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you know that things break, whatever. And so I go in, and I'm looking for just like 10 wings, honey barbecue, like, you know, pretty much basic, simple, whatever.
Okay.
They didn't have regular wings. I could not
Define
order
regular.
wings.
What's regular?
Like non-boneless, like just traditional.
Do they have like a
wild-
signature sauce or something?
No, they did not have. I could get boneless wings or nothing. I mean, you know, they had appetizers, they had burgers, they had all their entire menu. I'm scrolling through, looking up and down. They did not have traditional wings available.
Huh.
Like, what the heck? It's in your name. Like, what the? I don't like what. I could not fathom. I was so confused. But yeah, I could not get wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. They were like, sorry, we don't have wings right now.
Huh. Was it just showing as out of stock, or like was it just not a menu item?
It wasn't even a menu item.
Interesting.
I'm like, what? I want my. So I ended up getting like a Five Guys burger because I was like, I just need to get something by now. Like I'm starting to get like kind of hangry, you know, like and just need food.
Uh-huh.
And it was just like, this is ridiculous. I do not. You know, so yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. Don't go there for wings, apparently.
Or just your particular one ran out of wings. Makes sense, you know.
I mean, it's possible, but it's just like, silliness.
All right, here we go. Did I spawn the troops properly?
We seem to be stopping these guys before they reach the thing.
Yeah, well, now the
This
group
next-
is coming, so
Yeah,
we'll
but
see.
we've killed almost all the skeletons. Like,
Yeah, I might have just needed to spawn more. You know, we'll just say that it's definitely the Archer 4, and not that I spawned things improperly.
Did you nullify?
I didn't make any notable nullifications, but
Like, all the DPS is down. We just stopped it. We won.
it's Archer. It was definitely Archer 4, 100%. It's Archer 4 did all the difference. Yep. No, that's what it was. Or I just should have spawned more troops at the first barricade, but
Probably.
no, definitely good. Yeah, heck yeah. Okay, we won. Hey,
We
we are
won.
unbeatable
We
now.
lost,
we are
but we won.
unstoppable. Heck yes. Lovely. All right, we'll finish it off with an arenas 1v1.
Okay. Trident Arena?
Is that what you're feeling?
I don't know, whatever.
Okay. All right. Trident kit it is. And
You're going to die unless you win, in which case I will.
wow, it's almost like he outlined both potential options.
Trollolo.
All right, here we go.
Most of it hasn't loaded in for me, which seems problematic.
Now you're here.
I literally is there stuff over here? Or is this okay? That's buried.
That's the
okay.
edge.
Okay. Well,
You're here?
like yeah. I'm good. You can throw your misaimed trident if you want. That's up to you.
Shut your front door.
Ow! That did like 400 hearts of damage. What the heck?
400? I didn't know you had that many hearts.
I do. I am nearly dead. It hurts.
Oh, okay, that worked.
You just triple tapped me, and I'm like,
Dang.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
right.
it.
There's no armor in this one. That was the
Oh, yeah.
change. Yeah.
It's okay. You weren't warmed up. You were discombobulated by the whole not being able to see the rest of the map.
I mean, it did throw things off a little bit here.
Ow, we both hit ourselves. Ow!
Whew, that was close. Now I needed my trident back, please. There it is.
Oh no, frick off.
Ah, I missed.
Oh, how did I miss that? Oh!
Ow, that hurt.
Oh no!
Yikes.
Oh, that was so close. Come to me,
Wait,
Trident.
Oh, the apples.
You do too, and it wasn't an apple, that was the steak.
Oh,
You're in way better shape than me.
a little bit. How did I? How did I?
That was a miss.
You
Not the
just look
best.
Down and thunk.
What? How did I hit you? Dang it!
Boom.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
So man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's close. That was not close. When you can't get your
I know, it
dang
like starts
thing
to
stop
swirl around
circling
you.
and you're like, stop it!
That was close.
You and your little peaksy poops.
Yeah, I love the peaksy poops, you know. Oh, what? That like bounced off your face!
That clipped through your bum.
Ow, I damaged myself jumping. Shoot.
Ow.
Yes. Finally, progress.
Yes, sir. Directly in the. Yes, sir. Directly in the forehead, sir. You missed. Yike!
Oh no! Oh, how did I hit you?
Oh, that was so high. You went for underneath?
Yeah, tried to do the tactic, you know. Come to me.
Come to me and you'll see. Where the hell did you go? Oh, there you are.
Oh, what? Huh?
Oh!
Whoa, no, my God, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God, not like this. Not like this.
How did that drop like that?
Xenon MCC win. He's going for the high. It's over. I have the high ground, Annie.
Yes. Oh, come on. This is intense. There we
Wow,
go.
That was a nice hit.
Thank you. Oh, he's going for the high ground himself.
I'm like getting the boomer lean in, like maneuvering my head to avoid getting hit.
Woo, boy.
Woo. Did you put that into the mountainside? Where's my thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hoot, hoot. Man, you were getting quick reclaims.
There we go. Ow. Oh, no. Shoot.
At my feet.
Oh, there we go.
That was on my forehead. It hurts
Oh,
when
it
you
was
put it in my
close.
forehead.
Come to me, Trident. Oh, no.
That was a nice hit. Ow, that was also a
There we
nice
go.
hit.
Ooh. Oh, my God. Sudden demonetization. Here we go.
Sudden demonetization.
Why did you say it so slowly
Because
and disapprovingly?
I mean, why not? Kate, I'm fairly convinced, and granted, I know that it's not actually true, but it feels like I've got like your Trident just lasers back to you, where mine is like, I'm going to fly across the
No,
country.
because you have to, if you have to stand still in order to maximize the return. I shouldn't be telling you this, but
I mean, I understand the concept.
oh my, what a hit. God dang. Okay, I threw it in the mountain. That was not the best.
What we have here is a stalemate.
Oh. This looks familiar.
Yeah. Our melons are harvestable. You should attend to that.
No can do. I'm in the middle of a heated battle.
I mean, it's good to be warm.
It is toasty.
Woo!
That's for sure. How high he going?
It's not terribly easy at this point to go much higher. I don't know where you are anymore. Which is probably what you want.
Stealth.
Probably what you're looking for.
Stealth.
My problem, one of my issues is that when I PvP and stuff, like I hold down my control key with my the corner of my hand in order to run, and then but after like a long battle like this, like it gets very tiring.
You need toggle sprint.
I do. I know people tell me about it, and I go, I don't know what that is, and then, you know,
It's the way to play.
this is what I'm told.
There
Ow.
we go. Oh, I thought that was it. Ow, no. Oh, no. Oh my god. You're crazy. He's crazy. What? 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 What is this?
Isn't that allowed?
No, you can't melee. You think I wouldn't have
can't-
done that ages ago? Wow,
I
this
don't-
battle is forfeit now. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, here. Do you want me to throw you some steak?
No, give me a
Maybe a bucket for
freebie.
your tears?
Freebie 2 hits.
Okay. That's. Wait, I couldn't live through 3B2 hits.
I didn't wait. Wait, you hit me twice. Oh god.
Dude, like, I think you critted one of them because it was like 6 hearts. I was like, okay, bye. I was just like, all right, he's here. Like, he's not gonna expect the melee, but fair enough.
No, I was specifically not meleeing because yeah.
I was just like, hey, we've got this whole other option we're not using, and, you know.
That was because we remember the Tubbo match where you just started meleeing and it was like, whoa, 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 let's
Oh
just.
yeah. Okay, I mean that's fair, and I'll give you that one. Like, we're pretty evenly matched. I think you had a slight advantage. Like, I'd still say you were doing better. Yeah, given the infinite number of rounds you would overcome.
Perhaps. Well, anyway,
But-
I guess that's where we'll wind things down, huh?
Yeah. So like our most quiet is when we're just intently throwing things at each other.
Basically, yes.
So again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, you and the Fallen Kingdom server, for inviting us to come along and putting this series together. You guys at home watching, or even if you're not at home, but if you're just watching, can join using a Java 1.14 on up client, going to play.fallenkingdom.co, which you can see on the right side middle of the screen in the yellow text, which says play.fallenkingdom.co. And you do that, you get to create a kingdom or join someone else's, set up your own paths, build your own towers, throw your own tridents at your own friends. Or you can even try it against some of the people that are here as well. So, give it a try. Check it out. See if it's not UOT. If it's not, or if you have other things you want to do, then play regular Minecraft or modded Minecraft with your friends using our other sponsor, MC Pro Hosting, who has also helped with this series. We appreciate them. Inside of our description, you will find a link to where you can save 25% off on your first month, and that will also, using that link, will also help support us and what we do as well. So we appreciate that, and everybody wins. Same description is going to have a link to the playlist so you can catch up on any episodes you might have missed. And finally, we're here doing it live. You can come see it as it happens. Twitch.tv/Zane, that's me, and Twitch.tv/Captain Sparkles, that's him. Come join, throw a follow, and check it out. There's a lot of content that happens, doesn't end up on the YouTube channels, and you can see all the stuff live. So do that. Anything for you, sir?
I think we Gucci.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.